Okay, time to settle this shit. Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite video games of all time. Yes, I'm here just to settle this once and for all because for years, almost ever since I started YouTube, this has been the common question I've gotten by most people, a lot of my subscribers and stuff. And that question is, do you play video games? Do you like video games? What are some of your favorite video games and stuff? And I tell them the same answer all the time, that I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games. I did when I was younger. Like, I loved gaming when I was a kid and stuff, and I kind of stopped that after like high school and stuff. And like when I was getting into movies, I kind of like played less and less video games and shit like that. Like, I always loved movies, but like I started like really getting hardcore into films when I was like 16 and stuff, and that's literally the time I stopped like gaming and shit. So I haven't been a gamer in like almost 10-11 years, so I'm not a gamer. Like, I don't know the new games and stuff. Like, I do know the new games, but I really haven't played a lot of the new games and shit like that, and I don't have a knowledge on when it comes to video games and stuff. Even when I was younger, I still played quite a bit of video games, but I didn't have this like huge variety knowledge like so many gaming channels have and stuff like that. So I never did video game reviews because I didn't play really enough video games, and I never talked about video games because I don't have really a lot of knowledge on video games and stuff. So yeah, I never talked about video games because I'm not a gamer. I'm not a big gamer and stuff, but people have always asked me what are my favorite video games, so I thought I'd just settle that right now. Never talk about video games ever again unless it's a video game movie. That I just do this right here. My top 10 personal favorite video games of all time. Like, yeah, these are just my personal favorites. I have no idea if people, I know some people like a lot of these, but I don't know if a lot of people will agree with this top 10 list. I hope people don't regret ever asking me about video games after watching this top 10 list. Like, my God, what the fuck is he talking about and shit like that. But I just thought I'd do this, you know, just for people, like, you know, so they don't have to ask me anymore, like, what are some of my favorite video games? Oh, I'm about to tell you. These might not be everyone's favorites. Some people might not like any of these games. Who the fuck knows? But these are just my personal favorite video games, and this is coming from a guy who is not a gamer. So let's get to it. Here's my top 10 favorite video games of all time. And as always, before a top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are Skyrim. Yeah, I did play that. That's good. Bioshock, Mario Brothers 1983, Super Mario 64 1996 version, Batman Arkham City, Super Mario Galaxy from 2007, and Final Fantasy IX. All great games. This could be the top 10 list, but my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is GoldenEye for the N64, which came out in 1987. Yes, GoldenEye. I love it. One of my favorite James Bond movies, and yeah, one of the best movie to video games. Is that what you call it? I don't fucking know. Movie adaptation into a video game? What the fuck you call it? I don't fucking know. But yeah, best video game based off a movie. That's what I should call it. Great game. It's really fun. It's really entertaining. I'm not a big fan of like shoot 'em up games, like shooter games and stuff. I was never a Call of Duty or a Siphon Filter fan and shit like that. And I never really played like Rainbow Six Vegas very much, or Rainbow Six, any of them, and anything like that. Or like Fortnite and stuff. I know like these are all like big shooter games and stuff. I'm not a shooter kind of guy, kind of fan of those, but except survival games. Those are pretty good. I'll get into those. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but yes, GoldenEye is a really fun game. I love playing with all these different weapons, all these different fun levels and shit like that. It feels like you're actually in the movie of GoldenEye, which is so much fun. It's easily one of the funnest N64 games. I never really played a lot of N64, but easily this is the best. GoldenEye, so good. Coda number 9 is actually a somewhat recent one, and that's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to talk today. My voice is a little scratchy today. Who am I kidding? My voice is always scratchy, but still, yeah, Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda. Again, I was never a huge Zelda fan. Sorry about that. I was never a big Zelda fan. I played a little bit, but I was never like the hardcore Zelda fan. I played more of like Mario Brothers, Smash Brothers, and shit like that. Never a big Zelda fan, but this game is fucking unbelievable. Breath of the Wild, easily probably one of the best video games I've played. I have a buddy who has a Wii U, and I played Breath of the Wild on his Wii U, and I actually ended up playing like almost the whole thing. It took like a year and a half to do because I only went to his house like every week and stuff, and I just played it for a few hours and shit. So fun. It was a lot of fun. I love playing as Link, going through all these levels and shit. The world building is unbelievable. I love like cooking your own meals, getting your own stuff, and it feels like you're an actual person in this realm, getting all these weapons and items and food and eating and making your dinner and shit like that, fighting these bosses. It was just so fun. I felt like I was this character in these realms, in this world. It was an experience, and that's why I love Breath of the Wild so much, and you can play for so freaking long and just have a blast with it. It's beautiful, too. It's so beautifully designed. The worlds and everything is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, I loved this game. This is coming from a guy who doesn't play a lot of Zelda games, but easily the best Zelda game I've ever played, and one of the best games I've played, period. Coming in number 8 is a video game I hope a lot of people even remember. I know you RPG fans might, and that's Legend of the Dragoon. The Legend of the Dragoon was one of my favorite games playing as a kid. This came out when I was like about 9 years old and stuff, so this is when I was hardcore into RPGs, playing my Final Fantasies and my Star Oceans and Tales of Destiny and shit like that. I rocked The Legend of the Dragoon. So good. They never made sequels to it. I don't know why, but still, this game's amazing. I love the story of all these characters, and they take like these souls, spirits of these dragons, and they like become dragoons and stuff. It's like this cool armor, and they got like wings and shit like that. It's a big story. It's hard to explain the whole fucking story and explain all the twists and turns, especially with Dart and his father and shit like that. It would take me 20 minutes to explain this whole game because it's a very, very long game. It was 4 discs, and yeah, I loved it. I've always had so much fun playing this game. I've beaten this game about 5 times, and yeah, I love this. I love these characters. I love Dart, Rose, Shauna, Miranda, Lavitz, King Elbert, Haskell, Kungal, Maru, Lloyd. All these characters are fucking amazing. The last boss is pretty cool. I love the twist with Dart's father and Rose being the black monster. Spoilers, but it was such a good game with a good story. It was very medieval, very fantasy, and just I loved it. It was really hard to doing like the attack moves, blazing dynamo, that fucking shit with the X button. So fucking hard, especially with certain characters, but I just had so much fun. It has a lot of nostalgia for me, and just, I love RPG and medieval games, and yeah, I love Legend of the Dragoon. It's easily one of my favorites. Coming in number 7 is Final Fantasy X. Yes, yeah, you know there's going to be some Final Fantasy games, because I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy X, this is a personal favorite. Again, nostalgia and stuff. This came out at the perfect time for me. I was like 11 years old, and I fucking love this game. I love the story of this young man named Titus and stuff. He's in this big city called Zanarkand. He's a blitzball player and shit like that. Then all of a sudden, a big creature named Sin basically transports him into the future, 1500 years into the future and stuff, where he meets this summoner named Yuna, and he becomes a guardian with her, with all her other guardians, like Waka, Lulu, Orin, and all this, Kimari Ronso and shit. Basically, the point of them is for them to guide Yuna to get all the summons, to stop Sin and stuff, and to get Titus back home, back to Zanarkand, and I love this game. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the gameplay. The gameplay is just so freaking awesome. Each character has like a specialty, like Waka has this ball where he can hit all the flying fiends and stuff. Orin's like the power guy. You got Lulu, the black magic. Yuna's the white magic and summoner. Titus is the quick swords drawer guy. Riku is the like potions expert and bomb expert and stuff. Everyone has like a different like specialty on your team and stuff. It's just so fucking cool. I love the characters. I love the villains. Love Jecht. I love Seymour, Sin. All these great villains are so awesome. I love the story of this this video game stuff. There's again a lot of unsettling moments. There's a lot of great atmospheric moments. There's visuals are amazing, and just yeah, everyone has a distinct personality and stuff. And anyone can have a favorite character. Like, there's just like one good character. Every character is interesting in their own way, and I can understand any of these characters being anyone's favorites and stuff. And I love Final Fantasy X, and it's not my favorite Final Fantasy game, but it is up there, and it's got, again, not a lot of nostalgia for me. Just a lot of great memories of me playing this game, and yeah, absolutely love Final Fantasy X, and it's easily one of my favorites. Coming in number 6 is Resident Evil 4. Yes, I was gonna put more than one Resident Evil game on here because I love Resident Evil 2. Anything with Leon in it is fucking cool, but Resident Evil 4 is my favorite Resident Evil game. One, it's got Leon S. Kennedy as the main character. Bonus, also the gameplay is intense. It's very difficult at times, but it's also intriguing. It's got that mystery feeling to it, and easily, I think this is the scariest Resident Evil game. There's a lot of scary Resident Evil games out there, like the first one, the second one. Even Resident Evil 5 has a lot of crazy, batshit crazy moments, but Resident Evil 4 is definitely the most unsettling, haunting one, and yeah, I love it. I won't spoil too much of it, but if you haven't played this, check it out. It's for the PS2. I don't know if it's for anything else, but I had PlayStation growing up, so I played this on the PS2. I fucking loved it. This is hands down the best Leon S. Kennedy story. I love the second one in the, was he in the 6th one? That's not that great, but still, I love the story. I love how haunting it is. I love that it's very mysterious and it's very thrilling and it's unsettling, but it makes for a very entertaining gameplay, and yeah, favorite Resident Evil game and one of my favorites of all time. Woo! Coming in number 5 is kind of a cheat, but I don't give a shit. It's the Crash Bandicoot games. Mostly the first, like, 5 of them, because I kind of stopped playing Crash Bandicoot, like, after a while. I know there's a bunch more out I haven't played. Mostly, like, the first 5. The first Crash Bandicoot for the PS1, so fun, so entertaining. The second one is probably my favorite. It's the most, easily like the most fun stuff in your Crash Bandicoot. You basically have to go rescue your sister Coco from Dr. Neo Cortex and stuff, and the levels are pretty difficult, especially like the chasing, or the chasing levels when you're getting chased by some creature and stuff, or a boulder and everything. I love the second one. The third one is a lot more different and stuff. It's when you're hopping to each level through each of the warps and stuff, and that's like when you're on the motorcycle and shit like that and stuff. And yeah, it's fun. Crash Team Racing is a lot of fun too. I love you're just playing as race car drivers and stuff. That was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of people had Mario Kart, which I loved playing, but my little racing game was Crash Team Racing. Playing that shit when I was younger. I still, to this day, play that game because it's so fucking fun and stuff. I love playing, like, battle modes with the second player and stuff. It's so fucking fun. I love Crash Bash too, like the tournament one. That's a lot of fun too. And yeah, the one with the elementals and stuff is really good too. But yeah, the first like few Crash Bandicoot games is just, it's nostalgia, it's memories for me. I love playing Crash Bandicoot and playing with all these characters and stuff. It's so fun. Coming in number 4 is not really a recent game, but it came out this decade, I know that, and I think this is easily one of the best told stories in any video game I have ever seen, and that's The Last of Us. I heard they want to make this into a movie. Maybe, I don't think they should. It might ruin the greatness of this game, but still, The Last of Us. The Last of Us is amazing. This game it blew me away. When I first heard about this movie, I'm so used to saying movie. When I first heard about this game, I had to go pick it up and buy it. I just had to. I played it for the PS3, and I was riveted by this game. This is such a great game with a great story. It's got great gameplay. It's got intense moments, very scary moments. This is it's a post-apocalyptic, it's a zombie apocalypse game stuff, but it's got a gripping story. It's got a more gripping story than the fucking Walking Dead and shit like that, and it's so good. I love these lead characters. I love Joel, and I love Ellie. Ellie, what a great character and stuff, and how, like, she's, like, infected and stuff, but he wants to save her because she might be the cure to stopping this virus and stuff, and how the game ends is just, like, it's unsettling, but it's very satisfying and stuff, and just everything about this game is brilliant. The gameplay is intense and very adventurous and very fun. The characters are so fucking compelling. The story, you have no idea where it's going. It's intense, it's scary, it's thrilling. It's just so captivating to watch. It would make for a great movie, but like, we've seen a track record for video game movies. I think they'd fucking ruin it, but still. Last of Us, easily one of the best stories I've ever played in a video game, and yeah, one of the best video games, one of the best survival games. And again, I'm not a person for like shooter games, but I love survival shooter games like Resident Evil and Last of Us. So good. Coming in number 3, I think would be a very weird choice. I don't think a lot of people would agree with me on this, but again, nostalgia, memories, good time playing it. This is a video game based off a movie and stuff. This is a movie video game and stuff, and yeah, I think it's the best movie video game out there. I know everyone would say GoldenEye, which I understand because it's amazing, but I love this game. That's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Yes, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, the actual video game. This was for, I think, Xbox and PlayStation 2 and stuff like that. I fucking loved this game. I loved playing it. I loved playing it mostly with my cousin. Me and my cousin played this all throughout childhood. It was just so fun. Fucking Pelennor Fields was so fucking difficult, and yeah, out of the Lord of the Rings games, I was never a big fan. A lot of them, like Fellowship and Two Towers, wasn't that great. Lord of the Rings Conquest was pretty good, but Return of the King, easily my favorite. I love playing each of the levels with each different characters and stuff. There's like the Hobbit levels when you're like Samwise Gamgee. Then there's like the human levels when you're like Aragorn, Legolas, or Gimli. Then there's like Gandalf's levels and stuff. And I just love leveling up these characters and playing all these different levels and stuff. It was just so fucking fun. The gameplay is fun. Using like archers and swords and stuff is just so freaking fun. It's like you're in Middle Earth fighting and stuff, and it's just so badass and so fun. Again, it has a lot of nostalgia because I played this a lot with my cousin when we were younger, and again, that's what really makes it so great. But yeah, I love this game. It's fun. Coming in number 2 is easily the best Star Wars video game I have ever played, and that's Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not the new Battlefront 2, the old Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2. This is Battlefront done properly. Like, the Battlefront for the PS4 sucked ass. It was not good. I hated playing it. It took me like 50 minutes to beat the fucking game and stuff, and I don't play online and shit like that, so it fucking sucked. I didn't play Battlefront 2. I heard it was not that great, but some people like it, but I just didn't bother with it because the real Battlefronts are the old Battlefronts. The first Battlefront was really good, but Battlefront 2 for the PS2 is the best Star Wars game I have ever played. And I played quite a few Star Wars games, but this easily, hands down, the best. Again, the gameplay is so much fun. Playing as the stormtroopers and stuff through training is fun, and then going through a lot of the galactic adventures and stuff is so fun. Playing in each, like, planet and stuff, taking over command posts and stuff. He's lost a command post. He's gained a command post. Hostile reinforcements are dwindling. Reinforcements are dwindling. So good. The space battles are so awesome. Even playing as the Jedis is fun, but mostly you play as the stormtroopers. That's what makes it really fun and shit like that. And I love playing on different planets, like Felicia. Kashyyyk was always my favorite level to play. You can even play heroes versus villains and stuff, the Sith versus the Jedi. Everything about this game is just so freaking amazing. Just everything that you love about Star Wars is in this fucking game. It's just so fun. Easily the best Star Wars game I've ever played and one of my favorites of all time. And my number 1 favorite video game of all time is, you should know it's a Final Fantasy game, and it's Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII is easily the best Final Fantasy game I have ever played. I think most people can agree with me on that. I love it. I love RPG games. I love adventure games and stuff, and this is so fun. Again, I can't explain the whole story. Like Legend of the Dragoon, it would take me forever to explain the whole story, but I love the story of Cloud and how he has, like, his memories aren't real and stuff. The memory of Zax and stuff. He has to stop this evil villain named Sephiroth and stuff, and his mother Genova. And yeah, I love this. I love these characters. I love Cloud, Red, Barret, Ares. Ares, oh, so sad. Tifa, Sephiroth is a great villain. Sid is hilarious. He's a foul-mouthed hick who just wants to fly planes and shit like that, and so good. I love these characters. I love the story. I love the gameplay. Love getting limits and weapons and all these great items. Playing this game, so fun. Doing chocobo races, all that shit is just so fucking fun, and yeah, easily this is my favorite video game of all time. Just, it's got everything. Nostalgia, it's got adventure, it's got good stories, good characters, everything about it, amazing. Favorite game right here. So yeah, that's my top 10 favorite video games of all time. Now you guys don't have to ask, and now I don't really have to make video game videos anymore, unless a video game movie comes out. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. This was fun. It might have been embarrassing, because I don't know if these games are considered great or not, but hey, I got it up for you guys. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with the top 10 list? If not, give me you guys top 10 favorite video games of all time. Give me your thoughts on the opinions. Trust me, you guys probably have way better taste than I do. So yeah, give me your thoughts and opinions. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.